So a breast self-exam for women, we're often taught do it at the same time of the month every year because your breast tissue changes throughout the month or every month, so is it the same process for a man? Should men do the exam at the same time every month? Is it the same mechanics and everything?
They haven't come out with a guideline saying exactly when it should be done because we don't menstruate. So what we ask, and we have a video with the Male Breast Cancer Coalition, it's called checkdem.org. Brett Miller put it together. And it basically guides you on how to take the 3 fingers, lay down, put your hand behind your head, and palpate around, and we give you the whole way it should be done. You could do it laying down, you can do it in the shower, you can do it with your partner and make it fun and entertaining if that's what you want to do. But women are raised from a young age on how to do a self-breast exam. Men have no clue on self-breast exam because they don't think they have breasts. So it's important to do, but there's no guideline saying exactly when it should be done. My thing is, if you're high risk, meaning you have a family member who's got breast cancer, or you're a BRCA positive male, that you should be checking more often. But definitely important to at least know the warning signs of possibly discharge from the nipple, a lump under the nipple, an inverted nipple, redness or swelling around the nipple, swollen under the arm, possibly the lymph nodes inflamed or something like that. Men should be at least taught what warning signs are of breast cancer in men.
Men certainly should be taught, and everyone should practice self-exams. You mentioned young women are taught from a very early age, and there are so many women I know who don't do self-exams even though it could run in their family. So I certainly agree with you about the importance of exams, and especially for men. So treatment for breast cancer in men is the same basically as it is for treatment in women. Are you seeing anything here at SABCS that could be hinting toward a specialized treatment for men with breast cancer?
This is my second time at SABCS. I was here last year as an attendee, this year as an exhibitor, but I've been to other cancer symposiums like ASCO. And I don't think they're including men enough in, case studies. We're not being included in clinical trials. So I'm not seeing a lot of new stuff coming out, but we are seeing stuff come out that say men and women are biologically different, which we know, and should possibly be treated different as far as breast cancer goes. I'm familiar with Dr. Fatima Cordosa. She is doing research on male breast cancer with BCRF Cure, and it's probably one of the biggest studies on male breast cancer, and I believe they're getting ready to release a paper with some new information. But it's still being treated the same as women, but to be able to make sure that the doctors and scientists are seeing men, that we're visible, that we're part of the population, that we want to be included, we want to be counted, and we want to be possibly treated differently, because the drugs they give me are the same drugs they give women. The surgeries, same surgery, the mastectomy I had as women have. So I can't say I'm learning anything shattering that I can run back and say, oh my God, did you hear this new information about male breast cancer? So I'm hoping that as time progresses, more men are included in studies, and we do learn some more, and I'm excited to see what some of the posters are at SABCS. I saw some great posters last year, but only 3 of them on male breast cancer. There was hundreds on female breast cancer, but 3 on male breast cancer. So we're still an underdeveloped population. I don't want to say we're ignored, because a lot of people are mentioning us now. It used to be, when I went to a symposium or a lecture, her, she, it was all about, and now they're actually saying women and men, and they're including us, and that conversation is changing, and I'm thrilled that they're talking about it now.
You're a very outspoken advocate about breast cancer, and on your survivor story on the Male Breast Cancer Coalition website, you say at the very bottom, all your friends know the story, and they have a fun little nickname that they call you. But I'm curious, how many people tell you that since hearing your story, do they say, I didn't used to do self-exams, but I do now.
It's incredible how people have responded to me knowing that I'm a breast cancer survivor and that I had breast cancer. And yes, some of my friends call me Uninip because, you know, if I have my shirt off, I still only have one nipple, and we joke about it. And I don't take offense to that. I think that's their friends, their family, and we have a good time. And it engages everybody in conversation about it. And people, other than that, when I talk about it, at first I think are shocked because a lot of people still are unaware that men have breast cancer. And now, you know, most of my close circle friends all know about me because I talk about it at every event in the community and go to, you know, conventions and talk at health fairs and everything. And they're very responsive. And my family was super supportive when they heard that I had breast cancer. But again, in the beginning, I didn't talk about it, so there wasn't too much conversation. But now I get great response from people. Initial shock, and then questions like, oh my God, I didn't know men could get breast cancer. And I can't tell you how many guys come up to me since I'm big on social media, so talking about it, how many men come up to me and say, Mike, I checked myself, you know, as far as doing a self-breast exam. And when I speak in front of large crowds of men, many times I make them go through a self-breast exam, just on one boob, very quick, and it usually is a great response with a lot of laughing and joking. And because I tell people, look, if you don't want to do this by yourself and you don't want to tell your doctor about it, then ask your spouse or your significant other to do it, and they, you know, kind of giggle and see the humor in where this could lead or something like that. But I think it's originally shock, but then after that, it's a lot of questions, and people are becoming aware. And I think more men are checking themselves because of, not just me, but because of all in men at the Male Breast Cancer Coalition. We're becoming almost mainstream now.